39 and holding, right?
That's right.
He and I worked on these together, and I had just left my job at the French Laundry. Even though I loved cooking as much as I did, it doesn't really pay very well. So I went to school, and I have these huge student loans, and so I went to school for doing what I kind of do and what I did then. And I met this guy Jeremy, and he was like, "Hey, I do these dinners in Oakland, and my brother is a aspiring chef, and he's brilliant, but they never give him a chance to do his own dishes." And I was like, "Hey, I really like to eat, and I used to work at the French Laundry, and sure, let's get together and do these things." And so he and I got together, and we would do these dinners in Oakland, and it was in a basement in Oakland. And back in the day, I mean, he and his brother did it, and it was $25, and it was with Miller High Life and $2 chuck, and it was 3 courses. And it really exploded outside of that. I'm wearing the logo right now, the Ghetto Gourmet. We did it in several cities. We did it in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles. People literally from all over the world were contacting us saying, "How do we do this? And this is great, and I do the same thing in Spain, and here's my thing." And people in Australia were totally ripping us off and taking everything that I had written on the website and put it on their website, and it was great. And we were sort of spreading this thing around. And it's really interesting to me that every time, I mean, even tonight, the stories have been really special. The food has been good. I hope you guys agree. And shameless self-plug there. But it really blows me away that you guys actually come to these things. And I think it was you, Nathan, that when you came, you said, "Thank you for putting this on. This is great." And I was expecting people to go, "What the hell is this? This is not at all what we expected." And it turned out to be great. And this is how I felt every one of these dinners. And I'm not even kidding that we did hundreds. I mean, we were in Time Magazine and Rachel Ray Magazine and San Francisco Chronicle. And people from all over the world were literally contacting us. And we felt like, well, this is ridiculous. This is, you know, it's kind of it really is kind of a funny idea when you think of it. But tonight really turned out well. So back to Clyde. We used to do these in Oakland, in this terrible apartment, and most of you guys probably wouldn't even go in Oakland at night to have dinner, let alone in a basement apartment
With a pit bull.
with a pit bull. Clyde is obviously not a pit bull, but the pit bull was named Shinobi, and he looked mean as hell, but he was a big marshmallow. And I just kind of want to give this toast to Jeremy Townsend, because he was a great friend of mine, and he did these things, and it was pretty cool. And to Clyde. And to Shinobi, who I don't even know if he's around anymore, but he would be an old dog if he is. And to my buddy Jimmy, who in Charleston has taken this thing and has really done something totally different. I mean, something not at all what you experienced here tonight. I mean, he really has James Beard award-winning chefs, and he's really done this great thing in this little small town. He's really put his spin on it. And there's another guy in Chicago, if you ever find yourself in Chicago, his name is Efrain Cuevas, and he was an engineer. He made a ton of money. He made more money than all of us. And he quit his job in San Francisco because he was so much more passionate about the food. And he would do these ridiculous dinners with us in places just like this, and in art galleries and warehouses and alleys all across. And he ultimately moved back to his hometown in Chicago, and he's doing these things now. So there's people like this all over the country that are doing these things that are very adventurous. I don't think I would eat in the dark. And it's just, it's really heartwarming. So I just want to thank you guys once again before we hit you with some really great dessert. And that's all I can say is just thanks for coming out. You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
And as an aside, I'd like to hear your comments. The menus are there. There's some envelopes. Envelopes hold things like cash. I don't know if you knew that. But there's some pins. I mean, write down anything you want to say. And I really encourage you guys to make friends, because everybody has kind of shared this thing tonight and told stories and been vulnerable and come into this environment where they didn't know anybody, and it's not at all like a restaurant where you get to ignore everybody, and the waitresses kind of annoy you as they come in, and you're trying to say, because my wife and I, as we're talking, we stop talking when the waitresses come around, or the waitrons, whatever you want to call them, because like, you don't want them to know whatever it is. So again, thank you guys very much, and this has been an incredibly diverse set of people. Thank you again. We're going to hit you with dessert.
Here, Jenny.